amount of threats, intimidation, abductions, and disappearances, or even killings, will stop us from demanding accountability. We are not just asking, we actually demand accountability. It is in accordance with the rule of law, in accordance with our Constitution 2010. It has also been a season of confusion and unrest in our schools, in our hospitals, and in our universities. Moi University is a glaring example of misrule. We have seen confusion in our airports and across the counties, all owing to what can only be described as felonious conduct by Kenya's national executive. Professional staff in these places have spent months at a time on strike. The government has failed to honor legitimate collective bargaining agreements with teachers, with university lecturers, with doctors and other health workers, as well as with university staff. Other Kenyans have gone on strike out of fear of loss of jobs and livelihoods due to reckless decisions and actions by a short-sighted and uncaring government that entered into such shameful deals as the obscure Adani tenders. There are such fears in the Airports Authority and among members of the now defunct National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF. Meanwhile, the Social Health Authority, SHA, that replaced NHIF, is in a state of thorough confusion. Kenyans are dying every day for want of health care because of the confusion in SHA. Was this SHA intended in the first place as a scam? Almost as if it has been in the grip of some mysterious forces from the spiritual world, Kenya Kwanza is visiting untold atrocities upon its citizens. This has been the season of abduction, disappearance, torture, and killing of Kenyan youth. In all this, the government has feigned ignorance. The year we are about to end will be recorded for the battering in the streets and for the killing of our Gen Z youth. Their only sin was that they came out to exercise democratic self-expression and to stage peaceful protests against an untrustworthy regime that has gone rogue. And how did the regime act? They did a parallel of goons to turn otherwise peaceful, legitimate protests upside down. Our youth protested against oppressive tax policies and against bad financial laws and practices. They demonstrated against shameless displays of opulence and of corruption in high places in government. For this, they were battered, their heads were violently opened in the streets. Those pictures outside the National Assembly are still fresh in the minds of Kenyan parents. Their lives were taken away in the prime of youth. They were shoved into gunny bags and thrown into dump sites like bad rubbish. What government does this?